If your heart is strong, keep watching until the end. And if you dare, turn off the lights to enjoy tonight's horror. It was the night of December 24th. The air was freezing, the streets were empty, and the wind howled like it was warning of something coming. For friends Sara, Lena, Kareem, and Madge decided to throw a small party at Majid's apartment. While they were laughing and playing games, the doorbell suddenly rang. They opened the door, but no one was there. Instead, 4 red gift boxes were placed on the floor, each with a tag that read, "From Santa. 2. My naughty little favorites." They all laughed, thinking it was just a silly prank from one of their other friends, and each took a box home. Lena was the first to get back to her apartment. She locked the door, sat on her bed, and excitedly opened the box. Inside was a small Santa doll, but something about its face was just not right. Its smile was way too wide, frozen in an unnatural, creepy grin. Not even a minute passed before Lena heard a faint, tiny giggle coming from inside her closet. She nervously lifted her phone, turning on the flashlight to peek inside. As she aimed the light, the doll's face suddenly flashed on her screen, far closer than where she had left it. In the next instant, her head was yanked upward with inhuman strength, as if an invisible rope was hanging her from the ceiling. The last thing she saw before the darkness took her was the doll, now sitting on her chest, whispering in a childlike, twisted voice, "Ho! Ho! Hush now." Kareem had always hated Christmas, and he especially despised Santa Claus. He got home, grumbling, and tore open his box. Inside, he found a small, silver bell. He gave it a little shake, just to see, and immediately heard heavy, slow footsteps right behind him. He spun around, nothing. He shook it again. More footsteps, closer this time. He threw the bell on his nightstand, trying to ignore it. But at exactly 2 a.m., the bell started ringing all by itself. Suddenly, a tall, impossibly skinny Santa appeared in his room. His white beard was torn and matted, his eyes were pitch black voids, and his movements were stiff and wrong, like a broken puppet. He spoke in a deep, monstrous voice that echoed in the small room. "You've been a bad boy, and this is your gift." The wooden candy cane in his hand began to glow, twisting and transforming into a red-hot metal rod. Before Kareem could even scream, he was dragged under his own bed, his terrified cries swallowed by the suffocating darkness. Madge always thought he was the brave one, the one who wasn't afraid of anything, or so he believed. He confidently opened his box and found a simple red face mask, the kind you'd see on a cheap Santa costume. He tossed it onto his coffee table and turned away to grab a drink. 2 minutes later, he felt a strange pressure on his face. The mask had launched itself from the table and was now stuck to his skin, impossibly tight. He screamed in pain and terror as he felt his skin tightening, his bones shifting and cracking beneath the surface. His voice began to change, cracking and deepening, twisting into something unrecognizable, until the mask became his new face, a wide, terrifying grin permanently carved into his features. He started laughing, a booming, hollow sound that wasn't his own. Ho! 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 Madge was gone, and in his place, a new, horrifying Santa mask was born. Sara was the last one to get home. Her hands trembled as she slowly, carefully opened her box. Inside, there was no toy, no trinket, just a single, folded note. It read, "You're the last one. The others have already received their gifts." Tucked behind the note was a small, ornate key. As she looked up from the note, her front door creaked open all by itself. Santa, the real one, it seemed, was sitting in her favorite armchair in the living room, his back turned to her. Piled beside him on the floor were all the deadly gifts from the other boxes. Without turning around, he said in a calm, deep voice. Your gift is different. Sara panicked. She dropped the box and sprinted toward the exit, but the door slammed shut with a deafening bang, and all the lights in her apartment went out, plunging her into total darkness. When her eyes adjusted, Santa was gone, but the gift box had reappeared right in front of her. Now open, a tiny screen inside flickered to life, playing a video of her friends, Lena, Cream, and Matched, dying in the most horrific ways imaginable. Santa's voice echoed from the tiny screen, filling the silent room. Merry Christmas. Next year, it's your turn. The screen went black. Then, one final message burned itself onto the display. Santa never forgets the naughty ones. At that exact moment, Sara heard her apartment doorbell ring. Ding, ding.